cars.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PRO632 Radio. We have Troy Russell, the PRO632 crew chief extraordinaire, multiple-time world champion crew chief on multiple systems, and he's trying to figure out that single system stuff. So, hey Troy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the invite.
Come on, you got to talk more than that now.
So,
all right.
Give us some background on your life of drag racing.
Been around it my whole life. Started going to a track when I was probably 6 months old with my dad, and grew up racing cars. Switched over to motorcycles, ran drag bikes for about 15 years. Started working in chassis shops, and that's when I had the opportunity to meet Dave and Wes. And we ran local up here in Milan for a couple of years, and then they decided they wanted to run PDRA, so we built a car and figured out how to run with the best.
And how long did you run with Dave and Wes?
We ran, including the 2 years at Milan, 4 years total. 4 years 630, or 2 years local, 3 years in 632 with Wes. 1 year with Walt driving the car when Wes went to the Pro Nitrous car. And then they sold that car to Doug Nickel, which Doug's still running today, and I'm still working on it.
How many races did you win when you were with Wes? Because that was a pretty dominant car back then on 2 kids.
Yeah, between actual wins, I don't know. I never actually kept track because I was always looking for another one. But between the 20 and 21 season, we were in every final round but one.
The 20 season, y'all were like bridesmaid every pass, though. Yeah.
We had one win in 20. I think we runnered up the first 5 races, and Wes won. We beat Voss's on a whole shot in Galat, I think, at the second to last race. So it might have been 6 in a row. So yeah, that was almost a tough year. Even though we won the championship, that was a tough year.
So it just shows consistency is key.
Yeah. What would you say how the class has transitioned from when you first started to where it is today?
I think there's more difference between the fast cars in the middle of the class now. I think back when we started 19, 20, 21, the first 3 years, I think everybody was a little bit closer, in my opinion. I'd have to go back and look at qualifying and stuff, but we got hit. I hear guys gripe about rules and stuff now, of course, with the blower cars and everything they're doing with the radial stuff. And I just kind of laugh at it because we got hit with rules every time. Yeah. For 4 years. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Every time they done a rule change, the car I was working on was affected. So that's just part of the game.
I mean, you compete yourself out of the class just like the Snot Rocket did, right? But he said, screw it, he ain't going to come racing. Luckily, y'all continued and still held the record there for quite some time until Amber took it the last time.
Yeah, we held the record for 3 years. We went to 410 there at Bowling Green, and that was stars just aligned. I wasn't trying to go that fast. I was trying to qualify number 1. I think Paul Karski was 12 something at that time, and that was the last pass of the night down the track. For anybody, and we go out there and go 410 at almost 175 mile an hour. It was just, like I said, stars aligned, and I'll take it.
Thank God that small block finally left. I'll say what everybody else thinks. I don't care. Everybody knows that. But I'm like, thank God that small block left. That was.
Yep.
I mean,
I like, I was one of the ones griping about, going to everybody on the same thing, because I like playing with 2 systems, 3 systems. Faster in certain conditions, yes. But having the multiple systems give me the opportunity to move stuff around when the single system cars didn't. The single system cars, you're working with what you had. I wasn't necessarily changing, putting bigger jets in or doing anything like that, but I could move my systems in and make up for when the air was 3,000 feet or it was 100 degrees out. And I think that was more, I guess the problem with the multiple systems is I had more options.
You had the flexibility where we don't. We have it all at once or nothing, where you can take them in and out throughout their track and pick up those gains.
Yeah. Yep. And we did win a race with Doug's car 2 years ago, second race of the season. And then I kind of lost it a little bit, and I think everybody else found it, so we're changing some stuff on his car coming into the next race. And, I'm going to go a little bit different path than what I've went before and try stuff. You don't know if it works until you try it.
Think about, a couple years ago, a 10, is the record, right? And the first race, you have people with a 9.4, or I think it was 9.4, right? So
I think so. Of course, even the single system cars are lighter than what they were then.
Yeah, tracking. So just think about the performance gains, right, over the years. I mean, the amount of money we spend. To go a 9 with a single system car, even we talk about weight doesn't make a difference, versus a 10 or more, a faster one. I mean, Amber went pretty damn fast with her single system car too.
Oh yeah.
What's the tuning style from a multi-system car to that single system car? How much has that affected your tuning ability?
Limited options. Gearing, converter, rear gear, trans gear, a lot of, of course, we had to, change compression, change camshafts, change cylinder heads a little bit, intake. When that thing was a 2-kit car, we didn't have to turn to any RPM, because the nitrous made all the torque. Being on a single system, we're turning it a little bit harder. It makes power different. And like I said, that's some of the stuff I'm going to be changing, coming into this next race, because like I said, we are a little bit behind.
I can see that with Troy's car, because it's been a car that's been a leading, or not Troy, sorry. Doug's car. I say yours. You've been the person behind it the entire time, right?
Yeah.
With Doug's car, I can see that. But the strides you've made with Ed and his car and that unique combination, his own design heads and everything like that, I think those have been astronomical strides, especially when we convince him to put fuel injection on it and take away the carburetor.
Right? I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. We did actually get it before we had the incident there at Goliath. It was coming up clean on the 2-step. Excuse me. We got the thing. I mean, we got the air fuel set on that. If I pulled all the data off the screen and showed you just air fuels, you couldn't tell where it went on the 2-step. It was coming up that clean. So when we had the incident with the bolt, that was more upsetting. Knowing, okay, now we can start working on this thing. There is a lot of potential in that car. And, we're doing some converter changes coming into Virginia with that car also. So like, I think Beatty and everybody else has talked about it with these, everybody's making the power. You just got to figure out how to do it efficiently.
That's what it's getting down to.
Yep.
It's where you can make those changes to make those improvements. Either the transmission ratios, converters, stators, all of that stuff. I believe JC said how many different types of transmission fluid he has to change RPMs, right? And the gear ratios and all those things in between is where the tuning is versus making the engine having clean power, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had like on, Doug's car, we've been, 950, 960, 60 foots with it. Ed's car, we have yet to go sub 1 second, 60 foot in that car and still went 18 at the lot.
That's a lot of back end.
Yes. Yeah. I think we were 142 back split at the lot.
Yeah. You got me by a number.
Yeah.
And we can say those are true numbers because we know Galot's timing system.
Yeah, right.
90%.
Yeah.
God, that Darlington has so many bad stories about that.
Yeah, we went 950 something 60 foot, like 954, 953 with Doug's car 60 foot South Carolina. And I'm looking at the graph going, nah, number looks good, but I don't know if that was it. We've been 950 with that car before. We've done it at Virginia, we've been 960 at Milan, 957 at Milan. So I mean, I know the car has been in the 50s, but the conditions we were at South Carolina and the track, I don't know that I necessarily believe the 950 down there.
I don't even believe the reaction times.
Yeah.
I didn't change nothing, and I was 008.
Yeah, we know you're not that fast.
Listen, I'm telling you. At one time I was, but we lost it between myself, confidence in the car, and the car. We lost reaction time.
Well, that's the key one there, Jason.
After a year ripping tires off, I'm like, is it going to go? Is it not going to go? What are we doing?
It's hard, and I tell everybody, and Ed and Doug and Wes and Walt and me and you've talked about it. If you don't, it's hard for a driver to concentrate on what they're doing when they don't know what's going to happen when they let go of the button.
Yep, it is 100%.
And that is one that I truly feel is the confidence in the equipment you have, right? When I was with the carburetors, every time I went up there, I had no clue what it was doing.
Right.
It was going to either pop back through the intake. It's just going to shut off and fire right back up and go down the racetrack.
Yep.
It's going to go down the racetrack. It's not going to go down there. And it definitely plays a mental effect of holding that button longer to see, are we on the two-step? Are we going to go? Right. And I think that's going to affect Ed a lot.
Yes.
Especially when we get the carburetors off of there and go fuel injected, it's going to be there. He's going to have to react to it because now you could see his reaction times suck. If he had a reaction time, he was winning that first round. Right.
But as I said, and
it's the confidence in the car. What's it going to do? Because you don't want to lose the data from it not being on the two-step launching.
Yeah. Well, and that's, a complete opposite, with Doug, in the Camaro. I can probably count on one hand the time that car hasn't went down the track since 2019. We haven't always been fast, but if you get down to going down the track, you can learn from it. If it don't go down the track, you don't learn anything.
I went a whole year without learning anything.
Right. And it's tough.
You just learned that you suck.
Yeah. This is true.
I went a whole year doing absolutely nothing. So, and now half through a year already.
Wait a minute. I'm going to come back on you. You went a whole year watching me suck.
Yes.
Right? You at least have a steering wheel.
Feeling bad for you, going, damn, Jason, man, I feel, man, is he going to get down the racetrack? Nope. Turn left. Nope. Turn right. Nope.
So, at least I was sucking. You didn't even get a chance to suck.
Right. You at least got the steering wheel at home where you can make engine sounds and let go of the button.
I got my test thing. I'm there.
Okay.
Got him.
I got my new driver.
Uh-oh. Where's she at? Where's the girl? There she is.
I bet she can hit the gas pedals faster.
She's longer she got longer legs than I do.
Right. Hey, it's a family-friendly show. Watch that.
Hey.
He had it covered.
I don't know about that.
He had it covered. If I don't have her sitting on my lap, she's like an uncontrollable child. That's all I can say. I'm leaving it at that.
Hey, while we're talking about performance, and we had Billy on last week, right? Was Billy?
Yep.
Yeah, Billy Gibson.
And they were testing their car, and
his son Cameron's driving.
And you told me to post this up here, so I'm gonna add this to the page real quick. This lovely little video, and you can do some commentary to it.
There's more in it. It bounced at the hit. 60 was slow.
Yeah, but he's got it. I think he went 282 at the split there.
Oh yeah. There's a lot left in it.
In conversations with him, he doesn't have any timing in it at all. So he's going to be a contender. You know what I mean? Coming to Virginia, he'll be a contender. So and again, I mean, Cameron hasn't driven a car since juniors. Okay. And he went off into the Army, just got home. He got out on a medical with his foot. Something bad happened to him with his foot, so he got out on a medical. Okay. And they just stuck him in the car. Like they stuck him in the car when we were in Galat, and they were trying to make it down, but they had so many. They bought a running car, and then they tried to improve the car with different stuff, and some stuff just wasn't speaking the same language as other parts on the electronic side of it, and they finally got it all figured out. And but I mean, he pretty much can like walk to MIR from his house. Yeah. So that's a great benefit for him. I think he spent the whole weekend down there, and he ended up running in the pro mod class. I think he went 2 rounds. I think he said 2 rounds or 3 rounds. He went.
I mean, we're just pro mods with a little less motor.
Yep.
Well, but Patrick, like we're used to, top quality pro mods. We all are, right? In what we race, but there's a lot of cars that are our cars that are pro mods.
Yeah,
they'll run 4.0 something, 410. They're not the 390, 365 pro mod. There's a ton of old cars.
There are.
You know what I mean? And they still make the show. I mean, how many times I got invited to that Northeast Pro Mod Association, and I'm like, that's just far a whole lot of flour. I would love to go and support the class, but he goes, well, how fast you run? I'm like, it'll run, 14s. Oh man, you'd be a good part of the show. And I'm like, it's running 14s, but Jason, not like 365. And I'm like, hell.
I mean, there's so like what you said. There's so many cars out there that races that we could go to. We can't go to all those races, right?
No,
right. No. We can't go to the PDRA and say pro mod. I mean, hell, I would take mine and go testing at the IHRA and race pro mod because it's a 32 car field. They haven't had 32 cars yet, so I just go do it just to get some laps in,
and run money
and win money, right?
There's a lot of players over there. There's a lot of guys that are running both because they can.
Yep.
And for the money, if you can, you'd be crazy not to. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's going to affect Virginia because they have that. They're having the same race. That first race, the triple threat, is the same weekend as.
That was going to be my next topic. So, looking at the pro mods, the only pro mods that would be there are the Pro Nitrous cars.
Yeah.
And PRO632.
Well, some of them, there will still be Pro Boost cars at Virginia, but it'll probably be, I'm guessing, half of what's been at the first 2 races.
And you might get stragglers that never raced PDRA because they had a shot.
Run.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all the heavy hitters are going to, to the triple threat and triple crown and go, hey, listen, let them all go there.
That's 50 grand to win, right? Plus
100,000
to win.
I thought it was 50 to win. Is it 100 to win?
It's 100 to win.
And if you win all 3, you make $1 million, right? So,
exactly.
Yep.
Everybody's at least going to go to the first one.
Hell yeah.
If if you don't win the first one, you ain't got a chance at the million. But if you do, hey, why not? You know,
Yeah.
Correct. I mean,
And
it's
so-
gonna be interesting.
No, it'll be a good time. You know, it'll be good to watch. You know what I mean? At the, at the trailer while we're racing. You know,
yeah, I'm actually going to Columbus
I'll put it
Friday
on.
qualifying down there.
Hey, I'll put it on because they probably have better service or streaming, I should say, than Flow.
You know they have Wi-Fi for all the racers at the racetrack,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Oh, it was all on. You could see it on all the towers in Galat, all the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Which is that's cool that they did that. Other than and so far as car count, I think we'll have Billy Gibson coming in,
Mhm.
Tara's coming back, Carson's all together.
Okay.
So I think we should have more than the 13 promised that we had, the last two races. So maybe we might
Is
get.
Terry gonna make it?
Is Mr. Hood fixing his, or is he concentrating on the other car?
I got a text and said the motor's not hurt.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That's all it said. Motor's not hurt. So
Okay.
I
Good
guess
to see.
We need to get Mr. Hood on the radio show with us.
The only way we can do that is be Wednesday night at a race because he's going to have to do it off, my laptop or
Yeah.
my phone.
Well,
Very,
hey, let's focus. Let's try to get him to do that.
Yeah.
it's not so much him, it's me. Because by the time it comes that, like I'm stopping doing what I'm doing, and like this time around, I'm like I said, the car's not even out of the trailer yet, and I got to do a converter. And so
It'll take 20 minutes.
That
don't take
Where
but 20
do people come up with this 20-minute shit?
It takes me 20 minutes to crawl underneath my car.
Right? It's 20 minutes.
You need more practice.
Do I got John Force's team going on behind me or something I ain't seeing?
I mean, you got a solid team there, though, Jason. So
Yeah, solid. Yeah, at the racetrack, yeah, I do. At home, not so much. I'm
not
in.
too much.
Yeah.
Hey, it's fun when everybody's paying. When you're paying for everybody to go. So,
all right. So I mean, so it's kind of hard. I mean, I wanted to do it, and the last race, and he just was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it." And he came over and he showed me pictures and more updated pictures. And I just can't believe that man at his age gets that much done after work.
Yep.
Makes me feel slow.
Hey, slow shit. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what I do when I get home. Absolutely nothing. My wife has everything taken care of, and then I'm like, what do I do?
So, but other than that, I mean, so what? Going on a little sidetrack. So, how much motorcycle drag racing did you do, Troy?
I mainly just bracket raced. I had a couple of small tire KZs. Run anywhere. When I first started, we ran mainly 8th mile. I ran 16 620s. I eventually ended up with a small tire bike. It'd go on throttle stop. It'd go 820s, 170 and a quarter. So it would, it'd go 520s, 530s in the 8s. So it was a pretty good ride for a little 7-inch tire bike.
And believe it or not, that's how I started. I started drag racing motorcycles. I had a GS 1100, and I used to drive it 150 miles to the racetrack, race it all day, and then ride home. I learned as a young kid the dumbest thing to do is to put race fuel in a stock motorcycle because it just wipes the rings right out, and all of a sudden you get that little wisp of smoke every time. And I was like, okay, that was dumb. And then I got out of that, and that's when I got my first. I had back half my street car, my daily driver at the time, and first day out, I mean, I went 1027s at 132 miles an hour in a 2,700 pound back half Camaro.
Yeah.
That was like basically built in a shed,
Yep.
The guy that welded up for me, believe it or not, he was a maintenance guy at the Boston Herald, the newspaper, and nickname was Spaceman. That was his nickname. Everybody knew him as Spaceman. And he had at the time he had a 72 Ford Pantera.
Yep.
That thing was like whoever seen one? You're in, this is the late
Oh, yeah.
80s, 90s. Like as a young kid, I'm like, what is that thing? It had a big Ford 460 in it and crap. And it was like, that's the fastest car I've ever, at that time was the fastest car I've ever been in. And we went 170 mile an hour down the road in that thing, in a street car, and the thing screaming away pretty much with straight headers out the back. But he built me a good car. You know what I mean? Back halved it. And then later on that turned into a front half. I did that myself. After I learned how to weld way better than I did when I started working on my car. It was like a 110 in the popcorn machine. You know what I mean? You buy the Home Depot special, and and after that, I mean, when I did the front half, I MIG'd that with a Miller 220, and I still have that welder, which still works great. But I mean, that's how I got started. But motorcycles, like to me, was the easiest way to get started. If you don't have, if you never were a junior dragster guy, and then you want to get into a motorcycle, it's the cheapest, easiest way.
Yep.
All right, because you're going to go fast.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what, you're going to go fast.
Yep. I've still got my drag bike. Ain't been on it in 11 years, 12 years. Right. Need to get rid of all the stuff. Still got the wife's car. She's got a dragster with a motorcycle motor in it. It's been 530s.
Okay.
So looking at buying another one. I've got a hopped up ZX14 motor here, actually an ex Muzzy Pro Stock motor that I'm actually looking to put in a dragster for her to drive.
Speaking of dragsters, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'll put it out there. Our boy bought a dragster. Guess which one?
What? You buy Tyler's?
Huh?
You buy Tyler's?
No. But our favorite driver bought a dragster.
You're gonna have to elaborate here. You lost me.
Come on, you know it. He worked for you. You tuned the car for him.
Oh, Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He sent me pictures of it.
A dragster.
Yep.
So, if he said if somebody wants them to drive 632, he will.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be the right person.
Yep.
Going into that, so I mean, yeah, he got himself a dragster. That was cool of it. Hate to lose him. I hate to lose him in 632. It's fun racing him. He's a great guy to race. You know what I mean? And but we got a lot of new people that are really, really cool. I mean, the Gibsons are just awesome people. That guy Macklemore, I'm not too sure about him. I think he's a little light in the loafer sometimes, but I don't know. He does have a genius son that knows a lot more than he does, and I've been. I hear the young son in the background, and I'm like, good Lord, the stuff that comes out of that he's like, how old is this boys? 14, 13?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And
he can turn that intellect on like nobody's business and go right back to his age. I'm like, no, I don't know. I seen him driving. He put a video up of him driving, or does it just let him drive to drive? Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, see, he had posted something. He's on here. Oh, Ed said he's 13.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah. So getting back onto 632. There'll be a dinner again. With David Cook's going to do another one. We do need a pig roast or pig cooker, he's calling it. I ain't sure what a pig cooker is to come from the city, so I'm not.
You don't know. Yeah, them northern boys don't know what that are. You have to find a southern boy to get one of them.
You need a 55-gallon drum and make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we have a lot of farmland back home. You too. You know what I mean? We got a lot of farmland, but he said he needs a pig cooker to cook all this chicken. I'm like,
yeah,
I
just hope everybody can keep their cars healthy for first round. I mean, the first two races been rough on the 632 class.
I think we're all stepping on it too much. I think that's the biggest thing, because now it's going to come to a point where I may never qualify for a race. You know what I mean? It's that tight, it's that close, and which is great. But we've gone so many years, like we never even thought about it.
Yeah.
right? Even when we had car count, we like never even thought about it. It was like, okay, there's 16 cars here. I ain't sweating that.
Right.
Now it's like we got 16 cars and we're all, 420 to 424. And you're like, oh shit, this is a
Right.
problem. I might not make it.
Well, I don't want to bring up the Mountain Motor Pro Stock cars, but if we get parity perfect, and that is talking about somewhat imperfect parity of performance of the cars. If you looked at the last race, right? If we get that close with the rules and everybody's actually performing at their pinnacle, it will be a very sad day for a 16 person to go, or the 17 person going home.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the rules are close. I mean, with the way they are now,
Yep.
I mean, JC's got everything figured out with the quarters, and I think I was a little leery about the 5-speed stuff compared to the 3-speed stuff, but them guys are showing they can run the same. They can run the same mile an hour. They can back split the same.
Oh, when Nicole came, it was last year, she said, I don't have a 5-speed anymore. I got a 3-speed. She goes, it just wants to tug. The 5-speed isn't faster. The 3-speed is.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been running a 3-speed Liberty.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, to me, is awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if she can do it,
options.
She's been running, then why not?
Yeah. You've got more options. I would love to have a 5-speed Liberty and run it as a 3-speed, just the gearing options, the rear gear options. You can put, 5 sets of gears in that thing and pick which two in high gear you want to run, or not even go 1-to-1. Put a 410 or 389 rear gear in it, never shift it to high gear, and work your ratio out to do whatever you want. There's just so many options there available if you have a 5-speed.
Yeah.
We had issues, breaking gears and especially when we were heavy. 25 passes we were lucky to get, on a gear set. If we were able to put a 389 or a 410 in it and do that, we'd have never had any issues with gears. But the lock up and 2,900 pounds was hell on a rear gear.
I think the lockup's hell on a lot of things.
It is. Lockup beats some stuff up. And the Liberty does too. I mean, that's there's no soft gear change. When they change gears now.
Yeah.
So,
which would be nice if a 400 could change gears now in first gear.
Well, you can if you lead at about 500 RPM.
That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's like you got to do a little mental math when you want it to shift. It's like, okay, make sure you do this and do it early so it'll shift when you want it to.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you shifting at? Well, on the computer, or where's it shifting at? There's a difference.
Right. And it's some of the newer people coming in that probably were Power Glide people before. They're probably, you should listen to what we talk about on the show, because we do give you enough information for you to be in trouble. For you to be in trouble. We do give you enough,
I mean, JC, he gives out a lot of good information, tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. I mean, what's great about him is he's in a class. Yeah, he owns ATI. He does not push his product on you if you have another product in your car, but he will help you. You know what I mean? I broke that transmission. He out of nowhere says, "Listen, I know you're an FTI guy, but I got that gear set you need is in that other transmission. Go see this guy, and he'll swap everything over and put it. That way you can put the ratio you need in the car." And I'm like, I'm just going to put this in because I know I can go up first round. It is what it is, and I'll work it from there. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? I knew I wasn't. I think, Troy, I told you, I'm like, I'm a duck. This ain't going to work. I know it's not going to work, but I'll roll in there and I'll do the best I can. FTI turned our transmission. John got that transmission turned right around real quick, and we had it, and we had the right ratio in the car for Galat, and I ended up putting an ATI converter in my car, It's it's no news. Everybody knows it. I put an ATI converter in it, and I want to be fair to FTI and I want to be fair to ATI. It went down, right? You seen it. The car was happier. It looked happier. Jason was happier. His first round, the
Matt was
first,
happier.
first pass, yeah, the first pass in qualifying. Here we go. It rattles the tires. I go 30, 38, rattling the tires. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I got to do something. And I went back and JC goes, here, try it. Stuck the thing in there, right down. I picked up a 10th. I'm like, okay, now what? Looked at it and it wanted more. So we just, I told you what I was running for timing, Troy, and I was willing to show you. I didn't have my phone, maybe I was willing to show you it. And we put a little bit more in it and you just started moving my curve back and the thing's taking it. So I think I'm going to be almost back where I need to be or where I was. The camshaft, people don't understand because we're jet limited and we start trying all this different stuff. Everything has to work. So if you do change a camshaft or you do change compression or you do change a piston design or you change the chamber, whatever you change, you're going to have to pretty much start over again.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And a lot of people think, oh, I just put a camshaft in. Because I thought that way. Put a new camshaft in. Well, 60 passes later to set of rods and, a refresh and blah, blah, blah. And how many tires I went through. I did the row of, I'm a Mickey Thompson guy. I'll always be a Mickey Thompson guy. I put that H tire on my car. It didn't do nothing different that the Mickey didn't do. The only thing I will say that the Mickey did, and I know this through all the tire testing that I do, it will pull the motor down in the burnout a lot earlier than a Mickey will, which you would think it would help the car or make it really worse, and it didn't change the outcome. I would have thought it would have rattle the tire easier, which it didn't because it pulled the motor down. So I'm thinking, this thing's going to grab and going to rattle the tire. Didn't do it. It acted the same way the Mickey did. And, we went to the Mickey Thompson tire test and, got the newest, latest, and greatest version of the Bubba, put it on there, and it made passes. And then I hurt the transmission. So I go, here we go again, another hurt transmission.
Right.
And, didn't know the transmission was hurt. I just thought, it was overfilled and I left it in there and I went to Galat and that's when it was done and not Galat, sorry, Darlington. It was done. And then we did that swap that I talked about earlier. And then John got me everything straightened out, put it back in the car, and it was, like I said, I don't want to blame the converter, you know what I mean? But for some reason my car went down and you kind of stick with it. I will give in time, when I have the time, I will put the FTI back in just to make sure. Because, I got to be fair. I mean, FTI has been behind me for a long time. John Boxell's a really good friend to me and Patrick and Jordan Enslin. He's helped us out tremendously, getting our stuff turned around quickly and everything else. And so I just don't, but JC's there, right? Like you said, JC's there. He's there. He's at the track. JC gives you, advice, what you need. Well, I don't care if you got a Mark Mickey in that thing. I don't care what you got in it. He'll tell you, let me look at your graph. This is what's going on and send you on your way. So, I believe in both companies and now I'm torn and I'm loyal as a beagle. You know what I mean? I'm a loyal person and it was a hard thing. You know what I mean? Terry with the 632 card is supposed to be coming to Virginia, just posted and said he still hasn't tested, so we'll be coming to Virginia. New engine, no data.
Oh, you got 2 weeks. Go test.
Right? Well, I mean, I think correct me if I'm wrong, Terry. I know you're watching. Someone in Terry's wife's family passed away last week because we were going to have him on the show. And he couldn't come on because he's a newcomer, and it'd be nice to see what, as a newcomer, his insight on it. I mean, I'd love to have him if he's on there and he wants to join us tonight. Just chime in over there, and we'll send you a link to get you on, Terry. just to introduce himself like we did with all the other new drivers and go from there. And Patrick, Patrick's stuff will be getting done. Look at the faces he's making. His stuff will be getting done, and we'll have to start testing with his stuff, which is an all new package. And
I'm scared, Jason.
I'm scared too for you. It'd be nice to see another HRE hood scoop out there, though.
Let going of that button for the first time is going to be nerve-wracking for not doing it for a year and a half.
And then 450 something comes up on the board, and you're like, I waited the whole year to let this go, and I only went 450. What the?
I let go of the button and then let go of the gas, and it goes 454.
Yeah, right.
That'd be phenomenal.
Hey, long as the first pass is A to B, who cares, right?
Yep.
And then we'll just sort it out there, after that. I mean, it's like, we talked earlier, it's a lot of shock work. It's a lot of everything. You know what I mean? And now we're down to picking numbers, little numbers. The big numbers are not coming as Troy, and I'm sure, Troy, when like you said earlier, the 2-kit car, and then you came to the single kit, and you're probably like, what the hell did I get myself into? Because this is like, I'm giving it all it's got, and it ain't enough. I'm calling Scotty down in the engine room, and there ain't no power to get anymore. You know what I mean? That's all it's got. Its tongue's hanging out.
Yeah. You know what I mean? What you've got.
Yeah, and as a driver, there's days I'll let that button go, and I could just feel the car's free and happy, and I'm like, whoo-hoo, I'm on a ride. And I look up, and I'm at 419. I'm like, yes, thank God. And then there's times I'll let the button go, and I'm like, man, this thing's like a pig. And I look at the thing, and it's like 27. I'm like, God, but it went down, So, with all that going on, we're coming into our fourth.
Jim.
We're coming to the 4th race this year, and and right, we got one more. Third. There's a third. I'm
third.
It's a time thing.
Backing points to be the 4th race yet.
Well, I'm trying to hurry up and get into the top 3. I'm at my normal 5.
Yeah.
Right. Where no matter what, I'm 5. Right. And I don't even know how are the points listing going. Patrick, have you looked at it lately?
Well, I was trying to create some fancy stuff, but it didn't look very good. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
And then I seen a video that Brian posted.
His little interview video?
Yes. Who are these guys? Who are these new guys?
Let's see if I can find what I was working on the other day.
I'll tell you, Billy Gibson's a good shit. I never met the guy personally, and I can't wait till I can meet him face to face. But he is just a good shit. I think he's going to be very good for the class. Him and his family. They're just for people that haven't raced with us yet, they go above and beyond for the class in ways that nobody really sees. I expect the dinner party that his wife's putting together for us in Maryland's going to be astronomical.
Yeah.
Other than that,
yes, Mr. Ventura, you are right behind Mr. Nickel, who is in 4th. I'll take that.
Yeah, take it for a moment, buddy.
Hey.
Don't get too comfortable there.
There's
like a what is it, like a 40-point spread between me and Doug, or 50?
Oh, what is it? 102.
Oh, he's 1 round ahead of me.
Yep.
1 round, and you gotta give David Cook Jr.
He's out there a couple, and you are 1 round ahead of Mr. McLemore right now. So I'm coming at you on both ends.
Yeah, and eat a bag of dicks.
So this is my thing I was working with, but for some reason it just didn't like Jason's car. It turned it into a newer Camaro, and
yeah, it looks like a Gen 3 Camaro, right?
Yeah.
Gen 4, actually.
For some reason, it just was messing your car up and it was pissing me off. So I didn't post it because I got tired. But
Well,
that's the point standings.
Listen, you gave me an idea what my next build will look like. Because I definitely need something with bigger windows.
Yes.
So I can see how bad I suck.
You want to see the cars going past you fast?
Yeah, right. So this I don't know what the people that did the interview, but we should probably see if we can get a hold of them to do our top end interviews.
Yeah. I don't know who that was that interviewed Brian. I hadn't seen him before.
RDN
Mm-hmm.
is the name of it. They did a nice job.
Eric,
Yeah.
Hang on one second. Let's see. I got YouTube up. Let's see if I can't
I got it on Facebook.
share
Oh,
the
I got it.
screen. Windows.
At least we got a technical guy with us.
Ish. We ishing it.
We issue.
I think this is it.
You've been trained.
What are we seeing?
There you go. It's on the bottom. I can see it.
You can see it?
Yeah. Let's give Brian some more screen time.
He needs some more screen time. Let's hit the play button here.
It's Tyler driving one of the cars here at the Darlington race. Tyler, tell me a little bit about
Tyler. Who's Tyler?
See, I'm Brian. Tyler's normally going to drive this car. I'm just shaking it down for him this weekend.
We lost it.
My name is Brian Claus. I'm from
There it is.
Pasadena, Maryland. I've been running this category for 5 years now. I've had 5 different cars in the category, counting this one. Tyler was going to come out this weekend and try it out. He just ran a little bit short on time, so he called me the other day to ask me to come and give him a hand and drive it. I'm good friends with the car owner, Meade Baldwin. They agreed to let me drive it for the weekend, and I'm actually obviously very grateful for that opportunity. So it's a great car. Got Moosey horsepower under the hood. It's a Jerry Bickle chassis. It's been a 2-time Pro Nitrous World Champion car. So it's a good proven piece. We're hoping to make some good laps and go some rounds this weekend.
All right. So, Brian, driving the car here this
okay.
weekend. So for the car, what originally got you into drag racing? What kind of brought you in originally?
So I'm 54 years old. I've been racing since I was 15 years old. Drag racing, just the fascination of cars at a young age. I lost my father at a very young age. I was building a 68 Camaro van, kind of a father-son project. And unfortunately, he died my senior year of high school. So I finished the car, raced it a little bit here and there. And I just always liked cars. Kind of weird because my family really wasn't a big car family when I was younger. But I just kind of always mechanically inclined and just got into it at a very young age. So that's kind of how it went.
So obviously driving the car for Tyler, who else helps you bring the car to the racetrack each week?
So Tyler brings this whole operation here. Like I said, he's normally going to run this deal himself. But I'm, as being friends with me, the car owner, I offered to help and give him any assistance I could. I think Jason Harris is going to tune this weekend. And that's pretty much it right now. It's kind of a new deal for this year with Tyler. And so we're just trying to get it ironed out as quickly as possible.
Sounds good. All right. Well, that was Eric and Brian here with Race Crew Media talking about the first kickoff for the PRA and many more to come. Thank you.
Race Crew Media.
Okay.
So I guess we need to get in touch with Race Crew Media and see if we can get them to help out PRO632 Radio.
Well, hey, they might want to.
We can, as the younger kids say, collaborate together.
Collabs, yeah. We could do some collabs.
Right?
So,
And we can make things happen. So, Troy, where would you like to see the class go to?
I'd like to see another 50 pounds off everybody. I think this year, realistically, by the end of the year, we'll see some mid 4.0 passes. I don't think we can get to the 3s at the weight we are now. Maybe I'm wrong. Even in mine shaft conditions, I don't think we've got the juice to do it. You know, I know most of the guys out there are still toting over 100 pounds. You know, we tried to get them to do the 100 at the beginning of the year. I know there's a lot of talk about that. The 50, I think, was a move in the right direction. And I think if everybody kind of stays where they're at this year, if they don't, you know, don't have to mess with transmissions or, you know, anything like that, rule change wise, I think at the end of the year, if we went to the PDRA and says, hey, well, let's pull another 50 pounds off of this. If everybody's okay with it, I don't see why they couldn't.
I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, I can shed 50.
You know,
I can stop drinking. I might be able to lose a few.
hey, it's and this is kind of, I went back and forth, you know, with the NA guys when they were running before about, oh, we can't get any lighter. Well, yeah, you can. It just costs money. You know what I mean? And just like it does to make horsepower, it costs money to make horsepower. It costs money to get lighter. So, you know, not saying, you know, none of it's cheap, but if you want to lose 50 pounds, there ain't a car out there that can't take 50 pounds off of it somewhere.
Gotcha. No, I believe it. You know, there's got to be ways to do it without breaking the bank.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, well, we know, losing carburetors is 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
carburetors, solenoids. It ain't just the carburetors.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know,
when you go to fuel injection, you're going to lose all the extra.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that goes with it. You know, the extra regulators, the fuel pump,
the big heavy fuel pumps. You go to mechanical pump, you lose weight on the fuel pump. You know, lines, regulators.
Yeah, it all goes away. A lot of people don't want to. They don't want. I mean, they don't believe it, but it is what it is. I talked to Tara about it, and they're stuck on carburetors. I'm like, you can get weight out of the car, get rid of the carburetor, put fuel injection in, and it's like, I can't tune fuel injection. Well, hey, I couldn't do it either when I started.
Yep.
Yeah, I hurt the motor the first day we went out, and didn't hurt it bad enough to kill it, but I hurt it bad enough that it slowed it down, and I didn't know because all the plugs came out happy, but some shit didn't.
I've been very fortunate up until when we put that car together in 2019. I had never tuned fuel injection. Never even opened a laptop and looked at it. Pat Musey, Dean Marinas, them guys, I mean, they were great. You know, Dean to this day, hell, I can call Dean to this day if I've got a converter question or something. Dean will pick up the phone, answer the phone. Great guy. You know, and having the opportunity, you know, working for Dave and, hey, I want to try this. Hey, I want to try this. You know, and he let me do it. You know, I can't thank them guys enough. You know.
No, and we all ain't doing it without help.
No.
You know, I tried it. I tried doing it without help, and I did very well without help, and now I got help.
Yep.
So now the help is unscrewing what I screwed to help me. You know, sometimes I'm like some of the conversations with. I got two really, really smart people, and I'm not afraid to say who they are, Chris Bell and Mike Foucher. And two work together on boat projects. I get to dabble with each one of their both boat projects. Every once in a while, Chris Bell will send me pictures of him standing in a bilge with shoes on, which is in my world is a no-no. And I cuss him out about it. I think he does it just to piss me off, to get a rise out of me. And you know, Mike Foucher obviously works on the 51 outer limits that at my 10-year outer limits that I built and ran with the owner Jim. But them two are they're way out there. I mean, the stuff that they think of and coming up with and this and that. And, you know, Chris Bell's got 5 ways to skin a cat. And he, you know, whether if you got a truckload of money or if you ain't got nothing, he's got a way to do it. Like, you know what I mean? He can re-engineer his thought process to make it so I don't have to have a big budget to do it. You know what I mean? So it's just fortunate. But we all need the help. And sometimes, and guys, listen, I spent a whole year, every race. That's 8 races at $1,200 a race just to get in the gate, and airplane flights for when Matt wasn't racing, and his hotel room, and my sponsor pays the race, the fuel for the total home, and the food bill is $1,000. So the amount of money I spent, not including the money that I spent to keep the motor maintained, not including the money that I spent trying everything in the world. I got worn out bolt holes in foaling spots on my rear end that I never thought I'd ever go to. And last year in Galat, I broke a rear end housing from tire shake, hurt the transmission. So that was that whole fix there was $20,000. You know how much money that $20,000 would go to pay Chris Bell to come on and be at my trailer after a race, to come over, look at some data, and go, okay, dummy, this is what you got to do, and walk away. Yep. So it's short money and compared to the long money that I spent. And, I hope others that are listening to this or will listen to it later on in the week will take heed and listen to what I'm saying through experience. Pay the guy, the tuner, pay the tuner. You know what I mean? We're all smart in our perspective ways in life, right? Patrick is like the computer guru that I call him up. I've got this thing going on. He's like, oh, Control A, double.D, hit this backspace. Everything will be fine. I go, oh, okay, because I don't do it. I can turn it on. I can type some shit, spell it wrong. It'll self-correct it for me. I'm good. You know what I mean? But other than that, no. So, but there's people out there, but you gotta pay them for intellectual knowledge. Doug Cook, very fortunate, bought a race team or a program that was it's a winning car. Mm-hmm. So it's easy for Junior to come out and just let the button go, right? Just like when Doug was the same way. Doug bought a winning program, the whole thing. He got everybody that made the car work before. He got you and Bill and the car and the toter and the stacker, and it just was easy for him because he just got how to get in and let the button go. He'd have to figure it out because, Troy, you already had it figured out. Yep. So a guy like Patrick, who's coming out with a new program, is like up shit's creek without a paddle. Because,
hey, I got Jordan. We'll figure this shit out.
1 year into fuel injection, luckily he runs the same fuel injection in Pro Stock, which he's learned there, which will help you in the 632 car. So, and Daryl's not a stranger to 632 at all. He might, believe it or not, there's a possibility that Daryl could show up with a car, which I'm hoping
that would be cool. I miss Daryl.
It's marked car. It's a badass car. It's an old Pro Stock car, and it's fast. It was fast in Florida, and it's hard to be fast in Florida. We just don't have air to be fast. We don't have it. So hopefully that bears some fruit, and it probably the closer races to home would be the ones that he would do if he made a debut with that car. Okay. But I hope he does it. They're looking for some help. Years ago, he had 5-day plantation shutters, help them out. Jordan, Mark's son Jordan, he probably could get some if he reached out to Wozencraft Insurance, which is a good friend of mine, and I'm sure Wozencraft would help him out. He's just a young kid. His dad passed away over a year ago. So the car's been sitting, and Jordan's been dabbling in 50 brackets with his car. So hopefully that all works out and comes back, and we get another car. I love to see Daryl out there. He's a good guy. He's a good racer.
He's one of the first guys I was bouncing stuff off of when we first started, back when he had the 5-day car.
Yep. And that car, believe it, that car was running on a boat motor. That's a lot of people don't understand. That was an old 18-degree boat motor, and it's like, dude, put 18 degrees with blowers, not with nitrous. And he's like,
Yeah.
it's what I got.
Yep.
And he did good. I mean, he won a race. He beat Placino in
Yep.
Darlington.
I remember when he showed me his first timing map, I looked at it and went, oh, shit. I can't do that with 3 kids.
Oh, yeah, 36 right off from the button, straight across. Hold it for a second and change and stop pulling it off. Me and Matt are like, what? He goes, yeah, look, this is what I used to do. And I'm like, yeah, we ain't doing that with this motor.
You ain't lying.
We ain't doing that with this motor. But, I mean, he's a very smart person that, over at Hemetman Racing Engines. Patrick, you got anything else? We're coming up to our hour, buddy.
No, I actually got nothing. Thank you, Troy, for coming. That's pretty much all I got. I greatly appreciate you joining us.
Yep. Like I said, I love this class, man. I mean, I hope it's around for a long time and we get some more people in it.
I'm with you. I mean, I want to do it. I want to do it for at least another 5 or 10 years. So hopefully we can keep it going. Hopefully the show helps get us recognized more. I mean, our numbers on Race 632 as far as followers is growing leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So that's all helping. And everybody, please, like, share, follow.
Like, share, subscribe, all those
all the
words.
Stuff, whether and all the racers. I mean, if you watch the show and you see the people that we got coming on here, like and follow Mark Williams Enterprises, please. Our sponsor for the class. They've been tremendous.
Appreciate those guys. Great.
Yeah, he's a great company, great person to talk to. He's just a down to earth guy, and you see the racers on there, like Troy. Follow Troy, like Troy, Patrick, myself. It all helps us continue racing because some of us do monetization, and it's not a lot of money that we get, but every little bit helps. I mean, it's just like for the show, we're self-supported on the show. You may not think it costs money, but it takes 2 days of our time, on top of our normal jobs.
Yep.
I'm going to get sidetracked here for a second because I have to say this. I met Kayla Morton in Plot, and that's one thing she talked about was how much time it took to keep their stuff up for Street Outlaws and try to keep a full-time job and try to grow this and and everything else. I mean, right before the show, I was doing an order on a computer on the side. That's why you see me looking over every once in a while. I got orders coming in and I'm working while I'm doing the show. And I'm sure, Troy, you're going to spin that chair right around and look at that empty motor you got sitting behind you and get working on it. You know what I mean? And Patrick's probably going to fill his glasses up 2 more fingers and get ready for tomorrow's work. But
I got to go get some more coffee first. I'm out.
Yeah, Patrick doesn't have, out of all of us, Patrick doesn't have the ability to go screw off during the middle of the day because he's a government worker on a super secret isolation pad in the middle of the Everglades, doing what Patrick does with computers. But just don't hit the big red button, buddy. We don't need a war.
Right.
We already have one of those.
All right. So I don't know I think it's a conflict more than it's a war.
We've only been in the last war we were in was in World War II.
Yeah. I think this is like a one-sided conflict. I think it's like they're the bully and we just keep pushing them back like we ain't doing it.
Well,
we ain't doing it.
Next subject. So hey, thanks for joining us.
Click
today.
and like.
Hopefully we can find somebody for next week. Thanks for PRO632. Why can't I say this?
ELS?
ELZ.
ELC. You got it wrong.
PRO632 ELS.
PRO632 ELS.
And the Kacher family.
And you're frozen.
Am I? Yep. Sorry. There I go.
There you go. Hey, thank y'all for joining. Hope y'all have a great weekend and a week. And see y'all next Wednesday, same time, same channel.
Hey, suggestions for next week's people would be great.
Word.
Yeah.
If anybody wants somebody special or somebody wants to come on, let us know. All right. Have a good night.
Out.
See what you come up with. Have a good